Have you ever wanted an Abarth 695 but wished it was a bit more yacht themed? You have? Well, good news, I'm joined by the new 695C Rivale. Right, let's start up this little pocket rocket, shall we? Oh, that sounds mean. Right, let's get on the road. So I've got this car for a short amount of time, but hopefully it'll be short and sweet. So, slip it into first gear. I've got a 5-speed manual gearbox at my disposal, which has got quite a nice weight to it. And away we go. First things first, let's talk about performance. So underneath the bonnet you have a small but perfectly formed 1.4 litre turbocharged petrol, which offers 180 horsepower with 250 newton meters of torque. Power is fed to a 5-speed manual gearbox and the front wheels. But what does it mean for performance? 62 miles per hour comes in 6.9 seconds, and this little car will continue to a top speed of 140 miles per hour. As standard, this car comes with the aquamarine exhaust, and boy does it sound good. I'll tell you what, let me pop it into sport mode. It's crazy to hear such a small, dinky car make this noise. This car is as big as some of my trainers. In case you are wondering why this model is called the Rivale, it's because Abarth has teamed up with luxury yacht maker Riva. This means you get this wonderful Portogallo grey paintwork, which is complemented by the Riva Syrah blue, and dividing the two is an aquamarine stripe, which has been inspired by the waterline on a Riva Aquarama. Inside you've got navy leather seats, which look really nice, and they are matched by a navy blue canvas top, which of course can be slid back so you can have the wind going through your hair. You also get a carbon fibre dashboard, which I do like, but as an optional extra you can get a wooden dashboard to make your Abarth 695C Rivale feel even more like a yacht, which in all honesty I think I would pass on that option and keep the carbon fibre. I've got pedals inspired by an old rally car. They've got a lovely weight to them, good feedback. Oh, but that noise, it sounds fantastic. So let's talk about this 5-speed manual gearbox. It's got a nice short throw to it. It feels pleasing in the hand. And it does offer slick changes. Now I've driven a few Abarths and they can be pretty hard when it comes to suspension, but this car is quite well composed. It is firm, of course. It has to be, of course, to give better handling characteristics. However, I'm pretty comfortable in here. These navy leather seats are nice to sit in, but not quite as nice as this exhaust. National speed limit into third. Oh. Yes, I don't know whether you can tell, but I do rather like this exhaust. This little car definitely has got a sting to its tail. This may be a small car, but the price tag is rather large. That's because this car starts from £25,040, although the model tested here is almost £25,400 because it's got the Hi-Fi by Beats audio system as an optional extra. It's fair to say this car doesn't exactly offer a shipload of equipment. Get it? Ship like a yacht? Never mind. But it should have enough features to keep you entertained. You get a 7-inch touchscreen with DAB radio, navigation, Bluetooth and smartphone connectivity. You get climate control, rear parking sensors and of course a sport mode. Thankfully, this car shouldn't cost too much to run, because on a combined run it will offer you 47.1 miles to the gallon. And in regards to CO2, it emits 139 grams per kilometre, meaning for the first year of VED you'll pay £205, which isn't too bad. However, some of you watching may struggle to insure it because it does have an insurance group of 35. On the brakes, they're pretty strong. Brake pedal feels pretty meaty. And let's try heel and toe as I go into 30. Yep, it heels and toes pretty well. Oh, speed hump. Not too bad. Firm, but not uncomfortable. Oh, that was a bit jiggly low. So, I think it's about time I talk about handling. Apologies if there's wind noise. As you can see, I do have the lid off. So, it is a bit breezy in here, but it's fantastic. It really adds to the sensation. Anyway, handling. As you would expect, this car does handle well. Now, when I drove the Abarth 595 last year, I did say that the handling was a little bit one-dimensional. So let's see how the 695 gets on. Whew, bit bouncy. This bounciness is thanks to the Koni FSD shocks that are fitted to this model. The FSD stands for Frequency Selective Damping. They are not electronically controlled, they are purely mechanical, but the idea is that they adapt to different driving and road conditions to give you the best amount of handling without compromising comfort. But in all honesty, this is still a firm setup. It does feel a little bit more supple than the 595 I drove last year. And as you would expect, it is considerably much more supple than the 695 Piposto. I actually drove that car a few years back, and let me tell you, it is a bone shaker. In regards to the suspension, yes, it is firm and it is jiggly, but it does do its job. In the corners, there's very little body roll, and the Abarth is able to corner nice and flat. I won't lie, I would want a little bit more adjustability in the corners because, like I said earlier, it does feel a little bit one-dimensional. So far, I've not really been able to get any understeer out of this car. Yes, this car definitely handles well. It's got a good amount of grip. Yeah, you can really throw this car in at some silly speeds and it will make you grin. And that's exactly what this car is all about. It's here to make you smile. So, I've put the roof back on because my passenger was complaining about being too cold. I'm in a t-shirt.
I'm ill.
However, I have got more headroom than I thought I would have. Now, I love how optimistic Abarth has been in regards to interior space, because behind me I've got 2 seats. I'm not really too sure who could fit in them. I think even children would struggle. As you would expect, the boot isn't exactly massive either. It offers just 185 litres, meaning it's not really going to offer a lot of practicality. But on the plus side, when you have the roof slid back, it doesn't go into boot space, so you're not compromising the little space that you have got. However, when you do have the roof slid back, it does compromise rear visibility. As good as that exhaust is, when you've got the roof slid forward, I would want a little bit more noise in here. I can hear the exhaust. You'd have to be deaf not to hear it, but I would want to be able to hear it just a little bit more. So it's about time I give this car back to Abarth. Like I say, this was just a quick drive, but it's been quite a thrilling drive. And I have quite enjoyed it, as you can probably tell. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, give it a massive thumbs up. If you are subscribed, don't forget to click that bell icon so you get notified every time I make a video. And if you aren't subscribed, guys, what are you waiting for? Be sure to subscribe for more car obsession.